I've actually got a little confession about ClickBank. It was my first. So probably like a lot of you, ClickBank was the first place that I ever made money online. And I remember it very clearly about 4 or 5 years ago, and I made about 12 bucks. But it was that moment I realized that you could actually make money online. It wasn't a hoax. It really could happen. Now, ClickBank are making things a little bit more special, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi guys, my name's Phil and welcome to the channel. So today's video is not really a training about ClickBank. If you want that, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. But what we are going to talk about is a very special change that has happened only in the last couple of months. And as far as I can see, nobody else is talking about this. So you might have noticed a few banners like this on the ClickBank page or in the marketplace. It's talking about CPA. Now, how does that affect you, and is it actually going to make any difference to you as a ClickBank affiliate? Well, based on my maths, you could make at least 10% more on your sales per month, if not more. But you've got to understand a few things and you've got to read between the lines. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video, because I'm also going to be telling you how, if you're a beginner, to actually get traffic to these offers and start making money online, so your first time can also be with ClickBank. Okay, so let's get rid of my ugly face and jump into a handy PowerPoint to explain everything you need to know about CPA and ClickBank. So first of all, let's answer this question. What is CPA? And as the classic joke goes, it's nothing to do with an accountant. Don't understand that joke, but anyway. Okay, so CPA in the affiliate marketing world stands for cost per action. So basically you get paid when somebody does something. So if you send traffic to an offer and people within that traffic stream do something, you're going to get paid for that. There are different types of CPA offers. So perhaps the easiest one to understand is called cost per sale. So when you make a sale or someone that you send to an offer buys something, you get money for that transaction. The other cool thing is called a cost per lead. So this is when a company is basically paying you in order to get an email address or some information about a customer. And they do this because it's actually cheaper to do it with you than to do it themselves on paid traffic. Or also they're going to make more money out of them. Another cool thing, and I love this, is cost per install. Now, I didn't really know about this until fairly recently, but this is amazing. You can actually get paid just for someone installing software or downloading something. They don't even have to buy anything and you get paid. This is really cool if it fits your niche. And the other thing that's really amazing is called pay per call. So this is when you send a user to a particular phone number that you have, and if they stay on the line for a certain amount of time or complete a certain action, you get a certain amount of money. And normally pay per calls can be very, very profitable. If you're in something like the rehab niche, you can get up to $600 per call just for someone staying on the line for like 2 minutes. It is crazy. So that is CPA. Now, how does ClickBank work now? If you're new to ClickBank, stick around because this will help you. But if you've been using ClickBank for a while, stick around because this can help you. So this is your website, basically. What you do is you send traffic to an offer. So we've got a lovely exercise PDF. It's not something I know a lot about because I've got man boobs. Then, if someone buys from this offer, the money goes to ClickBank. ClickBank then pays a percentage to the vendor, so the guy obviously that knows a lot about exercise there, and you as an affiliate for sending the traffic to the offer and getting the sale through your link, you also get a percentage. So percentages for the offers on ClickBank can go from anywhere to 1% to 100%. Normally you're going to see somewhere between 50 and 75% for your offers. So that's how it works now, and this is called RevShare, revenue share. So you get a percentage of the revenue that the vendor makes when they make the sale. So what else does the vendor do that helps you out as an affiliate? So we've got our vendor there again. So when the traffic goes to the offer, so our fancy little ebook here, the vendor can also do what are called upsells. So they will try and sell the user on an additional product or additional tier of that product. It might be a one-time special deal. And the other thing they can do, if it's a subscription service, is you get rebills. So you get a percentage of the monthly revenue that that vendor makes from that particular lead. And of course, all that goes back to you as a percentage. So that's how ClickBank works now. So probably at this stage you're thinking, yeah, Phil, this is pretty simple. You're not telling me anything new. Well, stick around, because this is when it gets interesting. If you can understand the next couple bits, you'll understand why CPA is going to make you a lot more money. So don't go anywhere. So we've got to talk about the ClickBank paycheck. How does it work? Well, so you've got your RevShare there, your percentage, whatever it is, from what you're selling and all the rebills, etc. So this money will all go into your account balance on your ClickBank account, and based on whatever thresholds you've put in, how much money you want to wait until you get paid, it goes into your bank account. Nice and simple. But there's a catch. Not all of the money actually goes into your account straight away. About 10% of it is held back, and this is something called return allowance. That money is not yours yet. Often you have to wait up to 12 weeks until that money can go back into your bank account. Sometimes it doesn't go into your bank account because refunds exist in the world. So this is when the CPA comes into its own. This is very important. Refunds and chargeback. So because you're on a RevShare scheme in ClickBank, in the normal ClickBank that everyone knows and uses, that means that when there's a refund, both you and the vendor have to return 100% of what the user bought. So there's 100%, no questions asked, refund policy for most ClickBank products, and it's shared between you and the vendor. So this is why it's really, really important to check out the products that you're promoting, because as we know, ClickBank is really not policed at all. It's down to you as the affiliate. So always look at the sales page and think, okay, would I buy that? Would I suggest that someone in my family buys that? If it looks dodgy, you're probably not going to be promoting a good product, and you're going to get a lot of refunds. And of course, on the online money, anything you buy world, there's also something lovely called chargebacks. Chargebacks is when the user says, hey, I didn't mean to buy that, or someone used my card without my permission. I want my money back, and I want some of your money back too. So when a chargeback is initiated, the bank will charge a fee, and that will go to the vendor. So as far as I know, I did a lot of research into this, the vendor takes the hit when it's a chargeback, but your standing with ClickBank will go down. The more refunds and the more chargebacks that are associated with your account as the affiliate, the worse it will be for you. And there are cases when, if you go above about a 1% refund rate, or I think about the same for a chargeback, they will close down your ClickBank account, which is crazy, right? Because it's not us as the affiliate that actually controls the product or the service, but ClickBank will consider you're sending junk traffic to that offer, and it comes back to bite you in the arse. Okay, you with me so far? Because this is when it really does start to make sense. So first of all, let's consider the first day sale. So this is something when the user comes to ClickBank, comes to an offer, and they buy any upsells or anything like that. So traditionally, you're going to have the RevShare option where you get a percentage of that sale. What we're now considering is the CPA, the cost per sale option. So what's the difference for you as the affiliate? So firstly, the advantages of CPA are these. You can easily estimate your EPC, so your earnings per click. Now, for most people that just run offers off a website with free traffic, this isn't really an issue. But if you're paying for paid traffic, which you should absolutely try at least once in your life, then it really does become a bit of an issue, because you want to know exactly how much money you can pay on the paid traffic in order not to lose money on the offer. Having a CPA instead of a RevShare model means that you know exactly, based on the numbers to your site and all your conversion numbers, how much money you're getting per sale compared to how much money you're spending on traffic. And this is the big one: no refund responsibility. So on the RevShare model, if there's a refund, you get hit and the vendor gets hit together. But with the CPA offer, you're exchanging the sale for some money instead of a percentage, which means that you are not responsible for what happens next for that initial sale. Now, I hope you understood that, because this is really big if you know how to use it. And of course, because we don't have to cover refunds, we have no return allowance. Do you remember that 10% that ClickBank holds back to cover all of those refunds? Well, that money goes immediately into your account, so you're going to see it much sooner. And just remember, this is just on first day sales. We're not talking about rebills, and every other sale that you make is going to be a RevShare model. So the CPA just affects the first day sale. That's the important thing. Okay, so let's take an example. So I just went into ClickBank Marketplace and I searched for the offer that would pay me the most on the initial sale. And it happens to be this one, the Instant Publisher Biz Partner Program. So apparently we can get $738.49 for the initial sale, which is kind of crazy, right? So if we break this down, would this offer work better for CPA or for RevShare? So the initial product here costs $1,997. You get a 40% RevShare of that, which gives you $798.80 per sale. This product has no upsells. It's just the one course and that's it. But it does have rebill, but that would always be RevShare anyway. So let's imagine that we made 100 sales on this product. That would give us, based on my maths, and now come on guys, I know I'm British and everything, but the right pronunciation is niche. Anyway, so this would give you 100 sales would be $79,880. Now let's all just take a moment and think about that. Now, based on the information on ClickBank itself, the average refund rate on vendors and affiliates alike is about 10%. So that means that based on those 100 sales, we would have a refund amount of $7,988. Again, based on my maths, which gives us the end revenue of $71,892. Now, I haven't calculated any sort of traffic, paying for traffic. This is just how much you would be given by ClickBank. If we compare that to the CPA. Now, the CPA is going to be different for different affiliates. It's down to the vendor to decide, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So let's imagine that the vendor here decides, okay, for this particular affiliate, I'm going to award them $500 per sale, and that's what I'm going to do. So if we made 100 sales, it should give us 50 grand. And of course, there are no refunds. Even if the vendor has to return 100% of what we've sent and sold him, we would not be liable for that. We would still get our 50 grand. So the end result is 50 grand. So obviously in this example, CPA is not a good option. We're going to make a lot more money with the normal RevShare model. Let's look at another example. So this one is a software called Speechalo. It's actually one that I use. I use it on my other channel. It's all about turning text to speech, and it's not as robotic as you would think. So if you're kind of struggling to, you don't have a native accent or something like that, you want to do voiceovers, this is not a bad option. There are at least 4 or 5 out of the many voices that I think are pretty realistic.
Hey Phil, don't forget, plug the link.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get someone who doesn't spend hours getting us to say dirty things. Muddy football field.
And there is a link to that in the description if you want to check that out. Anyway, so this product costs at the moment $47, and you get a 50% share of that, a rev share of that, which based on my maths again is $23.50. If we made 100 sales, that would be $2,350. Not bad for a day's work or a month's worth. And if we got 10% refunds on that, again, based on the maths I used today, that would be $235. Now you can tell that I'm really disclaiming my maths here because I'm really bad at it, which is a terrible thing because I want to do affiliate marketing. Anyway, that would give us a total of $2,115. Now this particular product does have an upsell. So the upsell is another product, and it's a one-time $47 upsell. So based on an extra 10 sales, let's say, so 10%, we would get $235 extra dollars, which would give us a total of $2,585. Then if we had 10% refunds on that, we would lose $258.50, which would give us a total of $2,326.50. Okay, so we get a little bit more than just if we sell the basic product. How does that compare to CPA? So let's consider if the guys from Blaster Studio decided, okay, we're going to give this affiliate just $30 per sale, which is a little bit more than you would get based on the basic RevShare, but it's a lot less than you would get based on the upsell, $47. So $30 for 100 sales would be $3,000, and you get no refunds. So your grand total this time is $3,000, which, based on my maths again, which is pretty bad, 34% more than the basic RevShare model and 25% more than the one with the upsell. So in this case, CPA would work. Okay, so hopefully you're getting this, that it's not a fix-all kind of option, but if you do the work and you know what you're looking for, you can actually, in the long run, make more money with CPA than with the basic RevShare model. So let's talk about some of the bad things to do with CPA for ClickBank in particular. So generally, you are going to get a lower revenue per sale because it wouldn't make sense to the vendor to pay you more than they would based on the RevShare model. It could happen. It's all very much based on the relationship between the vendor and the affiliate, but in most cases it's going to be lower than that percentage that they show on the marketplace. What you need is a sales history. Well, it's not required, but it would be a bonus. If you go and watch the video that ClickBank, their YouTube channel, actually launched about CPA, it's a long video and it's very complex if you don't know a lot about this. But what they said there was basically what a vendor will do is look at the historic data for an affiliate for their offer and on ClickBank in general. Now, if this person has good sort of numbers, then they might want to give them a higher CPA amount per sale. But what about new affiliates? Well, if you're a new affiliate, then they will give you a slightly different number, and it's more than likely going to be a lower tier than the more sort of prolific affiliates on the network. And the other thing is it's all performance based. So the vendor can actually, in the back end, they can look at all their data and they can see, okay, this particular affiliate isn't performing as well, and they are allowed to change the CPA offer. So you could actually end up getting less money overall if you don't do so well. Okay, so hopefully you're a little bit excited about this, because I do think this is an opportunity that many people can really take advantage of if they know about it and if they know how to use it. So how do you get a CPA offer? Because if you look in the marketplace, it doesn't talk about this anywhere. It still talks about the RevShare model. So basically what you have to do is go and ask the vendor. You have to talk to them directly. So there are some examples that ClickBank have on their page already. So for example, Toxi Burn, Okinawa, Fat Belly Tonic, and Boya Energy Code. So when you're on the marketplace, you can normally find the affiliate page for the offer below the actual offer page that the user will see, and that's on the area where you promote the offer and you find all the information. When you go in there, if you can find an email address, you're able to contact the vendor directly. And this is one of the ways that you can get a CPA offer with them. Now, things will change in the future, I'm sure, but this is a way to manually get it and go and talk to the actual vendor that actually makes you more money overall. Okay guys, if you've got this far, I just want to talk to you about how to get traffic to these offers, especially if you're a beginner to ClickBank, a beginner to affiliate marketing. Now, there are two main ways to get traffic, and they fall into two groups: free and paid. Now, most people are terrified about paid traffic, but If you've been in the game any length of time, you know there's a lovely little thing that happens a couple times a year called a Google Core Update. And this means that all that hard work that you've done, you may lose traffic to your website just because Google have changed things. But one thing that they don't change is their need for money. So paid traffic is a nice, easy way to get straight to the top of the SERP. That means that you can be on page 1 today. Now, most people are really nervous about that. They don't like to pay for traffic. It's something that I did avoid for a long time. But my other sites actually make a fair bit of revenue now. And one of the things that I do is to put that money into paid traffic for particular offers to get really targeted traffic. And one of the guys that I've been following, and I can really recommend him, is called Campbell. I think a lot of people dismiss Marcus because he has a particular way about him. He doesn't say the same thing as all the other gurus out there, which means you should probably listen to him actually. He's got a very interesting way of approaching things, and the thing I love about him is he looks at super niches, and he doesn't go after all the keywords that everyone else does, and he's going to teach you how to do that. Now, I actually bought his course a little while ago. I've been really enjoying it. He has many different courses, but if you want to get into a decent offer for him and you actually want to talk to him directly, have live classes with him, and it's really cheap actually. So there's actually a link to this, but it's called the Blog Profit Network. And the major thing is every single Tuesday, Marcus jumps on a live call and he will basically answer any questions you want. And I've been actually getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go and listen to this because he's based in Florida, I'm based in Taiwan, and it's amazing. He actually fixed some guy's website last week, and yeah, it pretty much turned around his old business in a live call. That's pretty cool. So if you want more information about that, you can click on the link below. Ironically, it's through ClickBank. But if you're not in the position to actually pay for traffic, you're still a little bit wary about it, then go for the free traffic method. And by far, the best way I've found to build traffic online is by following my main course, the course I've been following for at least 2 years. Taught me pretty much everything I know, even though I didn't listen to everything and I still made mistakes. It's called Project 24. I am a member. I'm still a member. I've been a member. This is my 3rd year. And it's basically a course that will teach you step by step how to build a blog, how to run traffic to that blog, and actually how to survive many of those Google core updates that a lot of people are worried about. And also they have an entirely different course within the course that teaches you how to make YouTube videos, how to build a channel, and how to make money through that. So if you're really struggling at the moment and you haven't had your first time with ClickBank, then I can also recommend Project 24, and there's a link to that in the description. So hopefully guys, you found this quite a useful video, and if you did, give me a like. And what I want you to do is go and experiment with CPA, especially if you made a little bit of money on ClickBank already. I'll see you guys in another video very soon. See you later.